Hello, everyone. Well, I hope you're all taking this opportunity, the situation of where you have to stay at home to learn something new. Like myself, I'm learning how to use all these apps that are all around to connect with people. And so today is my first live Facebook session. And what better way to do it than to do it with a story? So sit back and enjoy a story that comes all the way from India. Could you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Yeah? Well, now this story starts in India where a prince stayed with his mom and her 5 sisters. Now the prince was loved so much, and his mom loved him, but they were all training him to be a warrior. One day, as the prince was trying, he was shooting his targets, he saw a woman coming with a pot of water. And instead of shooting his target, he turned, he took aim, and shot that pot. Oh, the water all drenched over the lady, and she was so angry. She yelled out, "What do you expect from a son, a child who doesn't have a father to discipline him?" And she walked off. Now the prince, he thought of what she said, and he went to his mother and he asked her, "Mother, where is father?" And his mother told him, "My child, you are now old enough to learn about your father and your mother." Mother? The boy, he was shocked but innocent. "Well, you see, my son, we were 7 sisters married to 7 brothers, and the eldest being my sister, your mother, and your father. Now the brothers all worked together to keep the kingdom's peace. One day, as the brothers had gone off to a village to see how things are going, a wicked magician came. He came to the palace and he demanded that your mother should marry him. She refused. She had just given birth to you. It had just been 1 week. And she said she's married. But the magician wouldn't listen. He took his magic wand and he turned her into a dog. And she followed him. We tried to stop her, but we couldn't. And so we sent word to your father and his brothers. But when they went looking for the magician, they too never came back. And we fear that they're no longer with us." "What?" said the prince. "Why haven't you told me this before?" "Well, you were too young," said his mother. "Well, in that case, I'm old enough now to go and rescue my mother and my father." "Oh, no, no, no," said his mom. "Don't do that. He's a magician. We don't know where he lives. We don't know what he can do. Don't go. We don't want to lose you." All the sisters tried to stop him, but they couldn't. And when they saw that he was determined to find his parents, They gave him his blessings and they sent him off. Now, on his journey, he went through lots and lots of villages and asked about a magician. And he heard that there was a city of magicians, and the king of those magicians was very, very wicked. And so he knew that's where he's going to go and look for his parents. He journeyed for long, and one day, as he was tired, he was resting in a forest. Among the rocks, he was about to go to sleep when he heard, "Ow! Ow!" There were two wolves, and they were talking. Have you heard? Have you heard about the princess?" "Yes, I have. Oh, she's so sick. She's not going to last." "Oh, it's sad. Sad that the humans can't find what she needs." "Oh, all she needs is the Janamguti that grows on the tree that is just behind the temple." "Oh, you can't tell anyone. We're not supposed to interfere." Yes, I know. I won't tell anyone. It's a secret." "Okay, let's go." And so the two wolves walked away. Now, as they walked away, the prince, he had heard everything. And so he quickly went to the temple and he took those leaves, he crushed them, he made them into a paste, and he went to the kingdom that was next to the forest. And he told the king that I can save your princess. "Oh, go away," said the king. "I have all these physicians from around the world who cannot save my princess. How will you, a boy, save her?" As the prince turned around and was about to go, the king said, "Wait, wait. I have tried so many things. Let me try your medicine too." And so he took the prince to the room and he put that paste on her forehead and on her arms. And within hours, the princess was up and she looked around and she said, "Father!" And she hugged the king. The king was so happy. He said, "What do you want? What do you want? I can give you anything that you want." The prince told him where he was going and he said that he didn't want any gifts. It would only slow him down. The king said, "You have saved my princess. And for that, I will give my daughter's hand in your marriage. On your way back, make sure you come and visit us." And so the prince walked on. This time on his journey, he saw a tree, a beautiful tree. And around it, there were other beautiful trees, different trees. He'd never seen such trees before. It was so colorful, and they had fruits on them, and the animals around, they were not normal. The ants were big, the birds were even larger, and there was a snake that was climbing onto one of the trees, and it was about to eat one of the eggs. Just then, the prince took a spear and threw it at that snake. The snake fell down. Just then, two really huge eagles came down and they told him, Thank you for saving our child. If you ever need anything, let us know." Now the prince said, "What is this place? It's so different from the places I have been to. The forest looks so peaceful, yet there's something disturbing here." Now the eagle told him, "This is the valley leading to the city of the magicians." "Oh," said the prince, "that's where I need to go. Thank you, thank you." And he walked straight to that valley. He went through the valley, and right at the end, he saw a huge palace. But at the gate of the palace, there were statues. Statues that looked almost real, as though they would just wake up and have life in them. Strange, he was thinking to himself. A whole army of statues. Why is this here? Just then he saw an old lady walk through the gates of the palace. "A grandmother?" he asked. But before he could talk, the old lady said, "What are you doing here? Go away, this is no place for a child. Go away, boy. This is a very evil place." But, but I'm so hungry," said the prince. "Okay, in that case, you can come home. I will feed you something." He went to her house, and as he was eating, he asked her some questions. "Whose palace is that, Grandma?" "Oh, it's a very evil king. He's a magician." "Oh, I see. And why do you go there?" He he has captured me along with my queen. I am only allowed to come here in order to make some garlands to make her happy." "A queen?" asked the prince. "Oh, the poor queen. He brought her here in a state of a dog. He wants to marry this queen, but she said no. She cries all day and night for her, cries for her husband and her son." Prince knew he found his mother. "You say her husband? What happened to her husband?" "Oh, do you see those statues outside? They're the king and his soldiers. The magician, he turned them all into statues, and now they stand there lifeless. He forced the queen to marry him, and when the queen saw that he wouldn't listen, she told him to give her time to think for at least 18 years. Well, the prince listened to all this and he said, Grandma, I'm so tired. I've had such a long journey. Can I please rest in your heart? And I promise I'll do your work. I'll make these garlands for you. I'm very good." "Oh, okay. I'm so lonely. It would be nice to have someone in the house," said the old lady. And so the boy, he made a beautiful garland, made of red and yellow flowers. And he made it all night long. And he gave it in the morning to the old lady and said, "Please give it to the queen. She might like it." "Oh, she doesn't like anything. She throws everything away. I feel bad for her." And she went. And like every day, she gave that garland to the queen. No, said the queen. I don't want anything. I just want to go home. And the old lady walked away, leaving the garland on the floor. But something was shining in that garland, and so she picked it up. And she looked, and there was a ring. A ring that she had given to her son when he was born. My son is here. She couldn't believe it. And now, the next day, she waited. She waited for the old lady to come back. She came. Did you bring a garland for me? Did you bring a garland? Old lady. Yeah, I did. And she gave the garland to her, but she was very surprised because till now the queen never liked her garlands. What happened? She asked her, do you like them? She said, yes, they look different. Who made them? She asked. Oh, there's a young boy staying with me. He made them. Oh, please thank him and tell him they're very beautiful. And as soon as the old lady went away, she picked the garland and went through and found a letter in it. She opened the letter and she looked, and in it her son had written, Mother, I have come to rescue you, but I need your help. You have to find out how to kill or capture the magician. Oh, thought the queen, and as she was thinking, the magician walked into her room and said, well, your 18 years are almost over. You just have a few days left. So, be ready to marry me. Oh, said the prince. Oh, sorry, the queen. She said, oh, but you see, I'm scared. I'm scared that what if one day another magician comes stronger than you and captures you and then tells me to marry him? How many people am I going to marry? Laughed the magician. Don't worry. No one can catch me. How come? Asked the queen. Well, for one thing, my power is in my wand. Secondly, my life is not in me, but in a parrot that lives far away across the 7 seas and the 7 forests. And until someone can catch that parrot, which no one knows about, I am safe. And the magician walked away. The next day, when the old lady came, she was ready. Oh, Grandma, can you give this? I made these sweets for that boy to thank him. Can you please give these sweets to him? Yes, sure, said the lady, and she took the sweets to the boy. The prince quickly took the sweets, and the old lady said, I think she likes your garlands more than mine. Well, it's good, the poor thing. Her days are almost up. The magician will surely marry her in a few days. Her 18 years are almost up. Hearing this, the prince quickly looked at the sweets because he knew there must be a message from his mom. He opened up the packet And sure enough, there was a letter in there, and the mother had told him where to find the parrot. But it was such a long distance, and he didn't have lots of days. What is he going to do? He remembered the eagles. Oh, he quickly went to them and requested them, please, I need to fly, to cross the seven seas, to cross seven forests. On a deserted island, there sits a parrot, and I need to capture that parrot. And of course, the eagles were happy to help, and they made him sit on them, and they flew all the way across the seven seas, across the seven forests, onto the deserted island. And there he saw just one parrot. He went slowly, 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 and he caught the parrot. And as soon as he caught the parrot, the magician in his palace, he went, oh, someone has caught me. Who does? Who does? But the prince took the parrot in his hand, and he sat back on the eagles and came back to the palace. And holding that parrot in his hand, called out to the magician, come, release my mother. Oh, the magician was so mad. He said, I'm going to turn you into a statue just like your father. He said, well, if you do that, your parrot is going to be squashed between my hands. And you know, when that happens, what's going to happen to you? The magician, all right, you can take your mother. Go. Well, the boy, but you have to release my father too. And you are the one who brought them here. So you are going to take us back. And the magician had no choice. And so he released the mother. And with his wand, he waved, and his father and his brothers and the whole army came to life. When he did that, the prince quickly put the parrot upside down. And when he did that, oh, down fell the wand. And he quickly picked the wand up and he said, now I control your wand too. And so take us back. And the magician took them back, and on the way, they met the kingdom where the princess was waiting for the prince. They got married and they journeyed to their own kingdom. And when they reached the kingdom, the magician, who now no longer had his wand but only wanted his parrot back, said, give me back my parrot now that you have reached your kingdom. Well, the prince thought for a while and said, sure, here, catch. And as he threw that parrot, he used the magic wand and turned him into a statue. The parrot too turned into a statue, but the prince had no choice. If he let the parrot go, the magician could still get life. Now they had a statue of a magician and a beautiful parrot in their courtyard. His mother was so happy to meet her sister and her husband. And all the brothers and sisters got together and were so happy. They lived happily after. The end. And I hope you enjoyed the story. The mother waited for her son in the palace. She didn't go out, waited patiently for the good times to come. Just the way we have to wait patiently for this situation to clear up. And then we can go and meet our loved ones that we haven't met for a very long time. Bye.